In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my Fortnite locker, so let's get started. So first we got Batman 0, and I have 53 skins by the way, and then I'm also getting the skins included in the battle pass. So we got Batman 0. This was introduced in Chapter 2, Season 6. I would rate him a 4.5 out of 10. Actually, he was my first skin. I would rate him an 8.5 out of 10. And fun fact, the Batman movie was actually filmed in my state. And then Robin. Robin was introduced in Chapter 6, Season 3, which is right now. I like Robin. I just don't like the eye mask. But yeah, I have his skin. I rate him a 6 out of 10. Actually, I'm not going to do rating. I'm just going to show you guys my skins. So that's Robin. I got Robin. I got Sub-Zero MK3, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. I got Ali A, Chapter 3, Season 2. I got Clicks, Chapter 6, Season 2 again. I got Ice Spice, which was chapter that was introduced in Fortnite Remix and Season 4. Yeah, Fortnite Remix chapter. Nikki 30. You know I never back down. Never what? Wait, where's Naked 30? Naked 30, Chapter 5, Season 3. And I got Juice WRLD, Fortnite Remix, introduced there. Laser Beam, this was introduced in Chapter 2, Season 5. I got Loser Fruit. This was introduced in Chapter 2, Season 3. Marshmallow, introduced in Season 7. Naked 30. Yeah, we did Naked 30. Ninja introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. Then Platinum The Weeknd. Got The Weeknd. This was introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. Rap Boy. This was introduced in Fortnite Chapter OG. This was a Slayer Juice WRLD. Snoop Dogg. This is Captain America. It was introduced in Chapter 2, Season 3. We got Iron Man, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Chapter 4. It was introduced in Chapter 4, Season 2. We got Spider-Man 2099, introduced in Chapter 4, Season 2. We got Peely, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 1. We got Big Deal, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. We got Burnoff, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1 MSI. We got Cassidy Quinn, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. We got Champion Booga FNCS. He introduced in Chapter 6 MSI 1. MS1, I meant. We got Champion Clicks FNCS, introduced in Chapter 6, Season MS1. We got Champion Lachlan. This was introduced in Chapter 6, Season MS1. Loserfoot, FNCS, Champion Loserfoot, introduced in Chapter 6, Season MS1. Then we got Crystal. She was introduced in Season X. She's an OG skin. Then we got Diego, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. It's a medallion in Battle Royale now. And then we got Duplicate, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2 from Battle Pass. Flether Kane, the wolf, from Chapter 6, Season 2. That was my favorite season of all time. And I like the dope bits and all the black markets and stuff. Godzilla, Chapter 6, Season 1. I like Godzilla too. And then we got Haley Sky. She's introduced in Chapter 6, Season 3. Hero Baymax, ready to be a hero, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. I thought he was a robot or like a big back. We got Ardea Wine, introduced in Chapter 6, Season MS1. We got Jade, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. We got Joss, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. We got Kishiana Cross, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. We got Kendo, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. I got Kong, Chapter 6, Season 1. I got Lorendo from Teenage Ninja Turtles. He was introduced in Lenderdo. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, my bad. He was introduced in Chapter 5, Season 1. I got Ninja. He is introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. I got Outlaw Midas. He was introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. And then I got PJ, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 1. And I got Saf, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. Next, we got Shadowblade Hope, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. We got the Nitros, introduced in Chapter Season 1. Valentina, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. Vanguard, Zadie, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, I think. Then we got Ziggy, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 3 this season. And yeah, and then I still have still more items to go in the Fortnite Battle Pass. I'm almost halfway through. And yeah, and then also these are I have a bunch of emotes, like all these. I'm not gonna show them all because it's a ton, and plus the audio is off due to copyrighted reasons because some emotes are copyrighted. But yeah, and then we got my wraps. I like the coding wraps, and then like the Sub-Zero Ice Burst, and then the FNCS wraps, and then the wait, how do I say this? Niemta drip for the snipers. And then I got my lobby music. It's Imagine Dragons Thunder. My icon banner. The Outlaws. This is my favorite season, so that's why I put that one. And then my car, my sports car is McLaren. It's a McLaren 765 LT. And then I got a truck, Ram 1500R HO. Then I got my jam tracks, Imagine Dragons, Show Me They Who Are, Cat's Prowl, and Spices by Marshmallow Remix. And I also got Thunder for pod game moments. And yep, that is the Lego kits actually. It's my Lego kit, it's the only one I have. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye.